Hello, my friends. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are at. As you can see here, it's raining, and you might hear in the background little raindrops. I used to love to play in the rain when I was little, and now, as I'm older, I want to avoid it. I don't mind it when I'm inside the house, but outside, it's a different matter. Today, I want to share something that is, we all have faced it, and that is called finding yourself alone in the journey of success. Everybody has a story of success, but the journey always was not the greatest. And as we can see, it's raining outside and then soon there'll be sunshine. So it has its timing. People who come in our life for season. And I want to give you a story of Paul Mitchell. And I heard his interview. And Paul Mitchell now is in his 70s, but when he was young, when he started the brand Paul Mitchell, he didn't have all the experience and stuff like that in his field. But he had a vision and he knew something was that he was supposed to do great. And in his journey, he found out that there were people who were coming to help him support his business. And he said that at one of the meetings that he was supposed to launch his product, the very last minute, the person who was supposed to finance his dream, his vision, backed out. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm no longer going to fund your business." And he had other investors to come in to actually help him launch with saying, "I have this person giving me such a large amount of money, but I need a little bit more. Can you help me?" And at the last minute, this particular person just backed out. Long story short, today, Paul Mitchell is a brand name that you can see at salons, grocery stores, in the hair product department. He has made his mark. Now, when I heard that, I always felt like, wow, how did he do that? To be so stable and to stay confirmed to his calling of what he needed to do in life. And that's what something I want to share with you is today you might find yourself alone in your success. People who came on board with you, giving you hopes and desires rose in within you. Because of them, people fade away, and then you find yourself alone. And then next thing you know, what do you do? The story of Paul Mitchell, we all have understood something in our life that people make a lot of promises and though it don't deliver it. And I have personally experienced that in my own life. And I'm sure you have experienced that in where you were told, "Oh, you do this project and you will get a promotion and we'll give you a raise." And they have disappointed you by not giving you what you wanted. If you were the project manager and the team that you were working with, they start finding faults in you. It says, "Well, you should have done this. Well, you should have done that." Sometimes we do everything that is possibly we could. And it's just not the right timing for it to come out. And that's what I want to bring about the seasons is you putting the seed in has its process to germinate and then bring the fruit out of it, the grass to be greener. For us, we are living in such an instant lifestyle, instant oatmeals, instant grits, or instant microwaved food. We have less of a patience in the process. But when we are on a journey of creating something in a style of entrepreneurship or in our jobs, we always find difficulties because we thought we had this support system and it's gone. So when it's gone and you're alone, what do? You stay the course. And what I mean by that is something that's birthed within you, the thought, the imaginations you have of what you wanted to do, the thought that was going to produce something great. You keep that journey and find a way to make it alive. There are some people who will advise you on doing things and they have no experience of it, but they want to be just there to show you things that they would never do or they are not doing it, but they want you to do it. And sometimes they enjoy telling you things. So it's very imperative who you listen to and who you follow. And my ultimate truth has always been is trust the creator. We have to let human beings, because we are all making errors in life. And sometimes our intentions are great. We want to help the person next door and say, I will do this for you. And sometimes we are not able to keep our word. But then that's when the integrity comes in and says, sorry, I said I would do this. I can't. Please forgive me that I cannot walk through this whole journey with you. And then us as people, we should be able to say, no worries. Thank you for all that you have helped so far. I appreciate it. But what disconnects us is you told me you were going to do this. You didn't do this. And the animosity builds towards them. And then they find it like you are ungrateful. You're unappreciative. And then we not only find ourselves alone, but we find ourselves really alone because we have lost friendships. They say that's why never hire a family member or a friend to do your job in what you do. There's some truth to that. It should not always be. A family member or a friend can be a real ally to you. But the problem is we forget we are all humans. We make errors. We make mistakes. We fall short. But if we can just grace one another and say, it's okay, you promised me, but you didn't do. Next time, I'm just going to be careful in what I put my trust in. And if we want less disappointments in life, we need to gather ourselves with people who are committed to what we are supposed to do. But also keeping in mind that these people are not always gonna be with us forever. They are gonna be only for a season. And that season could be a year, 2 years, 3 years, or 15 years, or they for a lifetime. But if we put too much stock in them and not the creator and not our own selves, we are going to fail and we are going to give up. Let's not give up on our dreams and visions, finding ourselves alone, say, I made a mistake. No, you did not make a mistake. You made a mistake by trusting somebody rather than trusting yourself, and more so the creator who gave you that idea, who gave you that passion to continue to do what you need to do. So do not put your trust or your whole idea of what you are in somebody else's hand. It's in your hands. You are not alone. Even when physically people leave you alone, you are there because your vision, your passion is with you. But if you give away your passion because somebody left you who said they would do this, find someone else to finish your project. If it's just cloudy, the world doesn't stop because they know the sun will come tomorrow out and will make it bright. You will shine tomorrow if you're not shining today. But if you give up on your own and say, I'm closing this because I don't know what to do. No, you have everything at your disposal If you trust the Creator, trust yourself, because the Creator lives in you. And I want to encourage each one of us, even myself, that not everybody is going to support me in my vision, in my journey. And it's okay, because it's not their journey. And if they did promise me and they failed in that, it's okay too. Why? Because they were not there when that thought birthed in me. It was me and myself in my own world. When I shared, they came in. They said, oh, we want to do this. Or my actions, they could see he's doing this. Hey, let me help you. And they must have helped me a little bit and then said, okay, this is what I wanted to do. There are more people who will criticize you, and they come in a form of constructive criticism. And there is nothing wrong. That's great, because iron sharpens iron. But if the other one is not an iron, then you need to just take it as thank you and chew on it and say, really, does this person, what he's saying or she's saying, it's got value? If it's got value, take it as a golden nugget that you got and build on it. Don't despise advices you get, but don't take it on board if it doesn't bear to your spirit, your journey. I was given several advice on this YouTube, and I'm still learning. And people have said, oh, you should not do this, you should not do that. I said, okay, thank you. Some things I have taken on board, and some things I said, you know what, maybe it's not time right now for me to use that advice, but as and when I grow, or as these things grow, I will. So everything has its purpose and timing. So when you are finding yourself right now alone, don't feel bad and feel alone. You got your Creator with you. You got your passion. You got your vision. That is alive, and keep that vision alive and find different resources. And if you have missed my video on missed opportunities, listen to that, because it says something that if one door is closed, a window is open there. Take that. If this person that you trusted, who was your right-hand person, to-go person, has left you high and dry, find that little window, because you never know who you will find. But when you are true to yourself and Creator is with you, you will always come out ahead. Because I believe this, and this is just my faith saying, no matter what happens, Creator, God has got you. And if you don't believe in God, go with what's inside of you, your vision, your passion. Don't give up. Don't give up. Even if you're right now, everybody left you, don't give up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it work. And I feel when you let that grow in you, you're going to attract the right people for your journey. Like I said before, you have people for seasons. Do not engage yourself to that one person that they are there with you for the rest of your life, because then you will be disappointed, you will be hurt, and it's still gonna hurt, because sometimes you feel like my own family, my own best friend did not support me. But then again, you have to remember, it's not their journey, it's your journey. It's your journey. And you started it alone, and you could find yourself alone. But there are going to be people who are going to connect with you, the right people, and they're going to help you keep growing. And it is always the case. At least in my life, you might have a different experiences. And Nicolas Cage, I was watching him in one interview, and he said, I go to a bar, and he goes to expensive elite bars, wherever, and they give him drinks that are like $60, $70 drinks. And they say, oh, it's in the house. And he said it really puzzles him to see that they will give him such expensive drinks. But he says, why? I can afford it. I've got money. I can pay for it. But give it to somebody who doesn't have that kind of money to just, so they will just, unlimited drinks will come to him. And he says, I don't need it. I can afford to pay for it. But he says, when I was nobody, not one person offered me a drink at the bar. They wanted money. Little guy always has to work up to become somebody. And then when you're somebody, everybody wants to come to you like a fly because they want to connect with. But when you're nobody, they don't care. And you know what? When you're nobody, that's when the creator looks at you and says, you are somebody because I created you, right? And I'm talking on the perspective of me being connected with my creator, and I believe in him. But if, say, you don't believe, remember, if you believe in evolution or whatever your thing is, or you are just, you came out of alien planet, whatever you believe, remember, you are here with a purpose, and that purpose of yours has to be fulfilled if you let it. Don't let others dictate you on your purpose. So if you're finding yourself alone now and say, what am I gonna do? I would encourage you to connect to the creator. But if you don't choose not to believe that or whatever, I would say, look into yourself and say, what got you to this place? What birthed inside your brain, in your heart to tell you, do this, become a movie star, or, start your own company. You chose to become a musician. Whatever you chose to be, you become and keep going. Many times you may not get the gigs you want. People say like, you're not good enough. Remember, you're always good in somebody else's eyes, not to that particular person. So don't stop your gifts and your talents to grow within you just because somebody said, you are not right for this. Yes, I'm not right for your place, because only a person who understands diamond will know diamond in the rough. A guy like me, I am not familiar with diamond until it's polished and a certificate show it's VS, whatever it is. I bought stuff for my wife, so that's how I know about VS and all this clarity and stuff like that. But only a diamond professional will understand diamond in the rough. You and me, just ordinary people, will not. So the talents and the visions and success that is within you is already there. It just needs to come out. So let that happen in your life. Remember, you are awesome. You are not alone, because your dreams, your visions, and your life represents who you are to the world. They may not recognize you, but the man upstairs does. And before you know, you will be a household name. Keep that vision alive. Thank you for listening to me. If you like this video and you think it has encouraged you, please share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts and your experiences, what you have gone through to overcome in comments. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to be inspired by you. Have a great day wherever you are. We'll see you later.